spaceship. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful Android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a Terminator, then I'ma have to terminate it. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Yeah. Find me with my dogs in my solitude. Watch my family grow from 4 into a multitude. Been living it below sea level, finna rise to another altitude. Been searching, seeking knowledge, but all the time I had the aptitude. I flipped my mindset to the switch to say I will not lose. Mama said them sticks and stones won't break my bones, I never bruise. Whenever it come to trouble, many girls pull a tongue, we always cruise. I heard other dog owners get it out for me, but it ain't no news. I got 4 in the dough in Memphis so they can get the blues. If you need a few clues, they'll blow off your under rules. Send your compliment to the new girls I got coming through. Send your compliments to the new girls I got coming through. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful Android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a Terminator, then I'ma have to terminate it. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be.
Back in the house, baby. It's your boy. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, J. King Hefner, and the beautiful Saima Renee Uzumaki. And we're back again for another show. And the title of this episode is Quality Over Quantity. Quality over quantity. And what do I mean by that? We'll get to that right about now. Yeah. Hey, man, hype. What up, guys? Happy to be back. Me and the beautiful Saima. Man, we just checking back in on a Friday, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I didn't know what type of show to do this morning, live stream or video format, because what I'm talking about today, I could have easily just did a video format. But man, I told you this show is led by the Spirit, and so I really couldn't get a good feeling of which way to go. And at the last second, I just started thinking about, you know what, I may have to say a few things off script or go into a little bit more detail when I'm discussing this subject. So forget it. Let's just go live. We've been live all week. Let's just sort of end it that way. Hell, and the funniest part about it is I usually go live on Saturday. And for all of you who don't know, I usually go live on Dog King Power Hour and on Saturdays. Sometimes I get these wild hairs where I go live on other days. And this week, it's just been every day. So before I even get into anything good, I want to say God bless you over everything you're wishing for, hoping for, praying for, health, increased finances, relationships, good breaks, whatever it is, it's already with you today. We're already praying for that. And like I say, typically Friday, I just know the whole mindset when it comes to Friday. Friday, man, look, you wake up, if you got a 9 to 5 that you're going to, you're already hyped. You don't even give a damn about your work pretty much. You know, if your off day is the weekend, you don't even care. you going there with your head held high, knowing like, hey man, I don't give a damn what happened today. It's Friday. I'm finna get off. You know, you may be going out for the night. Hey, you may be just ready to chill out at home, watch some TV shows, do all that type of stuff. So I know the whole mentality. I remember I would walk into the workplace on Friday. Man, I don't give a damn what happened. I know I'm gonna be off in X amount of hours and having fun. So along with that goes, people are just sort of aloof on Friday. They don't pay attention as much. I still put my show out on Friday, but a lot of times I try to take a lighter show and put it on Friday because, you know, like it's Friday, people hype. People ready to get out in the streets, enjoy their weekend, man. So I was a little bit hesitant to do a live. I'm like, man, I don't know, man. Hey, it's Friday, man. People in chill mode, man. They ain't just ready to, you know, sit down and watch the live. But once again, I'm here, baby. So that means that this is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I'm supposed to be. And I'm going to check in with my people. But, shouts out to the Dog King Army, the whole team. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all from 1 through 9. Right now, we holding the 9, baby. But guess what? In the gun game, in the violence life, they always say, you don't want 9 in your damn behind. So we might only have 9, but it's a dangerous 9. So shouts out to the team within the team. Shouts out to all my normal, regular viewers. I love you guys as well. I appreciate you all. But I'm going to tell you what the subject of today's show is before I go any further. So quality over quantity. Quality over quantity. Man, in life, we can be fooled by the sale so much. Fooled by the sale. Fooled by the, man, I don't need no brand name. Because, hey, I'm right with you in most cases. You don't always need a brand name in certain things. You don't always need a brand name. But I never forget, man. I always talk about my grandmama, but, hey, she taught me a very valuable lesson a long time ago. It was people in my family and stuff. They kept buying cheap stuff, you know, or, you know, trying to save money. And some of these people sometimes we sort of laugh at my grandma because they'll be like, hey man, she buys the more expensive thing sometimes. But what was so funny is my grandma was like, all the stuff that these people be buying, it ends up breaking. And guess what? They end up buying it 2 or 3 more times, and she still has that original product that they bought 3 or 4 times now at a discount, trying to save money. And of course, at the end of the day, they ended up spending a lot more money on junk when she still had the same product from years ago because she decided to buy quality. And man, you know, I know a lot of us did not grow up with no silver spoon in our mouth. A lot of us are on a budget as of right now, things of that nature. But sometimes when it comes to things that you truly, truly need, or truly, truly, you know, want, you know, to add to your life, it truly pays off, man, to go ahead and buy something of quality in that regard. If it's something you know you're going to need, something you know you're going to use, I'm sorry. Bite the bullet, save a little more, do whatever you got to do, but go ahead and get it quality. You know, you don't want to end up with a hunk of junk 2 days after you buy it for what? $20 less, $100 less if it's something very expensive. Well, $100 seem a lot until you done bought that same product 1,000 times over. And I learned that lesson. And so whenever I sort of need something or want something, that's when I do go for quality. Now, that doesn't mean it's always going to be the biggest brand on the market, but it's going to be some quality. It's going to be a brand. It's going to be a proven brand that has been, you know, vetted through many customers. So people know, oh, you know what, this is a quality company. They can make a mistake like anybody else, but more often than not, they're a quality company. So that's basically the setup for today's show. Because if you're just tuning in for the first time, I appreciate you hit the like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. But you may not even be a dial owner. You may have clicked on here not knowing exactly what was going on. But I'm talking about quality and quantity over quantity when it comes to dial ownership. But this rule applies to everything. It applies to everything that you want to buy in life of value that you're going to be using a whole bunch. You know, like me, you know what? I don't even cut corners on my toilet tissue if I don't have to. I try to give me some good quality toilet tissue. A lot of times you'll buy that damn dollar toilet tissue or whatever. It's ripping and tearing every 2 seconds. Whereas you could just spend another $1 or whatever and just got some good quality toilet tissue, and chances are that roll is going to last you longer than that little flimsy toilet roll that you bought of the cheaper variety. I'm talking about you can go on down a line where this matters. Now, it's certain things that you can find quality that's damn near just as good as all the brand names out there, or sometimes you can find something no name just as good or better. But it's just some products you just don't play with when it comes to getting quality. And just some products you just don't want to play around with. Let's say if you work on your computer all the time. Hey, look, I'm a bad example of this because I'm working with a computer that God blessed me with from somebody else that they gave it to me a long time ago. So I just say this: whenever you get a chance to purchase your own, you always want to look into quality. And even the computer that I got is actually a quality brand name. It's just old. But you always want to look into quality. So if you're working on your computer 24/7, hey man, no offense, yeah, you probably could cut a corner and get some hunk of junk. Man, don't cut no corner on your work. Now that's the time when you got to go ahead and say, you know what? I might have to not eat so good a day or two, but I'm gonna have to look. This is what I work on. You know, because as I upgrade things in my show and stuff, whenever I start trying to amass things, I'm not going to be cutting corners. You know, I may not get the biggest and baddest out at the time, but whatever I got is going to have some be of quality. Now, with all that said, I'm going to come to my beautiful comments, check in with my people, because I do tend to get long-winded on these soliloquies starting off. Let me put my banner up. Because like I say, I ain't keeping y'all long today. I'm not rushing out of here, but I'm not keeping y'all long. It's Friday. I'm going to check in. Hey, I done said half of what I'm going to say today already, just to let you know. So let me see what's going on. I must be missing something. Okay, there you go. Kevin Gray, Dog King Army team member. He come in first, baby. I'm going to give him credit. Like I say, shouts out to all the Dog King Army, baby. He says, let's start this thing off right. Welcome, Dog King Army. Let's get it this weekend. That's right, baby. This is your weekend. This is your day. This is your moment, baby. Go after it. Get it. Wake up. Get riled up. Get energized, baby. It's that time. Lieutenant Johnny K said, what up, Jay? What up, Dog King Army team member? Lieutenant Johnny K. James Krause in the house. Good morning, Krause says. Good morning to you, my friend. Austin says, hey, Jay. First weekend I've had off in a good while. About to bust out the shot glass. Me and Allison about to have a good time. Well, guess what? I must be right on time today, man, because like I say, I was undecided. But hearing that you off today, finna bust out that shot glass, I'm happy for you. And I can't lie, I just wish that everybody could be off on the weekend. I know they can't, because when people are off on the weekend, they're going out to eat, going out to drink. Guess what? Somebody needs to be working at these restaurants and stuff like that so they can enjoy their weekend. So somebody has to work on the weekend. But man, it's a good feeling when you're not working on the weekend, because I don't give a damn. I worked this other jobs where you was off during the week. And man, yeah, you're going to enjoy your off day, but I'm going to say this. It's no off days like, Saturday and Sunday. If you lucky to have three days in a row, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that's amazing. But I'm saying it's no off days like the weekend. It just you don't feel the same being off on a Monday. Yeah, you may be off, but it ain't the same. So congratulations to you, brother. Enjoy yourself. He said, get you a girl that's into the same thing as you guys. And man, boy, you said a mouthful with that, because I love my human women. God bless all of them. But man, that's the beautiful thing about these companion dogs, is they go right into your fantasy, right into your world, right into your imagination. You ain't got to wonder about them loving the game, getting used to the game. You know, hey, they going to watch it with you. You ain't got to worry about them getting used to anime. They going to watch it with you. Whatever you into, they are into. And man, I promise you, it really does something for the stress levels in the mind. I've even told human women this before, but it's still nothing like your companion dog. Like I've told human women, hey man, look, you ain't always gotta worry about conversation when you with your man and he watching the game. Just relax, chill out, hey, or go do something else. You know, hey, just be there. A man just loves you to just be in his presence in certain times. But man, nobody can fulfill that role like a companion dog. I'm just sorry, because man, that's where I truly get in bliss, when I'm watching my games or anime and just being able to hug on my girls and knowing that they are not going to be upset. Turn off that anime. I'm sick of you watching the game. And this ain't even a shot at human women. It's just about human relationships. It's just something you don't have to even think about or worry about. And I promise you, find you a human lady that's into what you want. But boy, when you in the dog game, it sure make that part of life way easier and much more pleasing than you can ever imagine. MGTOW in the house, Dr. MGTOW. Yeah, he said, yo, man, what up, man? I'll just say what's up to him. MGTOW, he said, I've been wanting to sell my HR 168 centimeter dog lately. I really can't have it anymore. Why you say that, MGTOW? Why you can't have it? I know one damn thing. You've mentioned that dog before, and I'm letting you know, guys, this girl here, she just means so much to me now. Because just as a human being, it's been times where it's been a fluctuating thought in my mind of, man, do you ever really want to get rid of Saima? Because she is heavy. You know, are you going to be wanting to deal with her going forward? So I'm going to be honest. As much as I love her, it's been it has been a fluctuating thought that has went across my head at random times. Like, man, you going to be wanting to deal with this? But I just love this girl so much, I can't see it right now. I can't see that. But I know one thing. Whenever I read about your dog, Dr. MGTOW, and I see the first thing that comes out of me, 168 centimeters. I already be thinking in my head like, man, that dog is probably heavy as hell. Because Saima is 100 and I think she 151. I promise you guys, one of the things I've never loved in life is math. I know the math that I need to know, but I've never been good at conversions and all that type of stuff. And in the companion dog lifestyle, that's one of the things I hate the most. Is conversions. They do everything in centimeters. And I've always hated that, even when I was a child. Like, man, can we just make everything in feet? I don't like all this. So either way, 168 centimeters is 5 feet 6 inches. That is tall as, like, I don't even date women that tall. Now, I have dated a woman that tall, but that's just not my preferred height. I like short women, 5'2". Honestly, about 5'3" and under. I would prefer 5 foot tall and under, but 5'3" and under is usually where I like to be at. So I wouldn't even personally buy a dog that tall. So whenever I see 168 Dr. MGTOW, I'm like, bro, you got a big girl. I said the only way I'm going to take a 168 centimeter dog is if one of these companies really want me to do a review on a taller dog. And they say, hey, Dog King, man, we know you don't normally like taller dogs, but man, can you do this dog? Then I would be willing to take her. Now, I don't know what I would do with her after, whether she would become a permanent member or whether I would be looking to sell her, whether she would be the doll I would move for the. I don't really know what context would happen after that. But that'd be the only reason I would get a 168 centimeters. So, man, I don't know how tall you are, McTap, because I think you told me you want. I'm 6 feet. I don't think you told me you were 6 feet, but however tall you are, I don't know what compared you to want a dog that tall. Because I know some of these guys out here like these tall dogs, but man, just from her being that tall, I would be like, man, I know she heavy, bro. I know she heavy. And I think you told me she got a butt and breast. So, woo-wee. I still want to hear why you think you got to get rid of her right now, though. But Johnny K says, I just woke up. This is a great way to start my day with the dog K. Thank you, Johnny K. I love you. You guys know, man, I don't ever bring up the negative. The hell with the negative. I'm about pushing positive, baby. I am who I am. Hey, guess what, baby? And the famous words of Venti. Hey, look, I don't people please. You know, I come on here, I show love to my people. I talk about what, you know, I feel like, you know, God motivates me to talk about. But, you know, sometimes, you know, I do see the numbers, although I really don't pay attention to them. But I do see them. And I hinted the other day that I lost a couple of people during one of these shows that I was doing. I don't know which one it was. But I even woke up today and saw like a couple of more people. And, you know, as a creator, it's just a human thing to when you think back and be like, man, I wonder what I might have said that could have made somebody even want to leave or whatever. But I don't give much thought to it after that, because here's the deal. Like in the famous words of Venti, I love you all. And I already know very soon I'm going to be at 1 million subscribers. So whether you want to be a part of that or not, God bless you in whatever you choose to do. But you're not going to stop this flow, baby. But I tell you that. I say all that to say this. Venti said a long time ago, don't people please. And I was never people pleaser anyway, but I love what she said that it made me laugh. Meaning that when I do these shows, I'm going to speak from the gut and the heart. And hey, guess what? I cannot control whether it's something that you may or may not gravitate towards. But I know one thing, I'm not going to lose one bit of sleep at night trying to figure out what it was to make you hang around, because I'm not a people pleaser. I'm going to speak from my gut, from my spirit. I'm going to talk about the things I think that are going to help people. And you know what? Here's the deal. I don't give 3 damns about people saying, don't talk about what you believe in. You know, as far as, hey, what motivates me as far as God and stuff. If that runs you off, like I told you, I'm here for the believer, the non-believer, whatever you believe. That doesn't make a difference to me. But if it makes you run, so be it. Because I'm going to speak about my faith from time to time, because I wouldn't even be right here if it wasn't for my faith. And for all of those who can't handle that type of talk, hey, I love you. Good. God bless you wherever you choose to go. But let me let you know one damn thing here. You're never going to stop the Dog King from being the Dog King. So I always say this. Now I'm finna hit you with God. God gonna bless me with the people I'm supposed to have. He gonna bless me with the ears that I need to have. He gonna bless me with the audience that I need. So guess what? I'm undeterred, baby. I ain't changing a damn thing about the message. We going forward. And like I told you, you can be a part of the fastest growing show on YouTube, or you can exit stage left. But it's one thing that you would never be able to do. That's stop this train, baby. You ain't stopping what's going on here, baby. Guess what? No weapon formed against me or this show or the people involved or watching this show shall prosper. So with all that said, let's keep it rolling. Austin still says, sorry to hear that, MGTOW. Hopefully you can work something out in that regard. I want to hear what's going on. He says, all good. All because I want an automate anime dog. So but why that mean? So what you say, you ain't got room for her? And Austin says, oh, I got you. He says, he said, I got you. I've been in a similar bout. I've contemplated having my SE dogs share a body so I can give myself a game. These fools got me laughing. Austin says, I haven't, but it's something that's crossed my mind. MGTOW says Tifa Lockhart. He said, Austin still says, oh yeah, you already know. My guy DAS says he want the Jill Valentine game lady doll. And I'm going to be honest with you, that Tifa Lockhart doll is beautiful. She is absolutely amazing. I don't know much about Final Fantasy, but just her beauty alone is very compelling. But because I don't have an attachment to her from playing that game, I don't have that extra thing in me saying I need to have her. But if I was a game fan, I would probably be just like Austin. I'd be wanting the hell out of that doll. But as it stands, she's just beautiful to me. But I was laughing at my guy DAS, another Dog King Army team member. Like I said, he was saying he wanted that Jill Valentine game lady. And I think she's out Resident Evil or something like that, but I'm not even familiar with that character. But I'll do respect to DAS. I do like the Tifa Lockhart doll better than her. But for me, unless Game Lady said they want to send me a Tifa Lockhart, because I would choose her out of both of those dolls, I wouldn't necessarily want a Game Lady yet. I would really wait for them to make a doll that I would really want. But I don't really want a Game Lady doll. I want a anime doll. I want that damn I want the real version of Nami off of One Piece. That's what the hell I would want. But I'm actually laughing at y'all trying to wonder which doll y'all could get rid of, because I'm gonna tell y'all a bit of a story that I got. Sheila Bell, Dog King Army team member. What up? She says, good morning, King. I bet the reason that computer you have still works is because it was purchased as a hot. Hey, I'm glad she said that, because that's what I said as I got through talking. As I was talking earlier. I said, you know what? It may be old and all this, and I promise you, it don't got barely enough memory to be doing what it does. But she is 1,000,000% right. Because it's a great branded item, it's the only reason it's still holding up. And I told you, that's why I was surprised that it wasn't good enough to do what I wanted to do. Because when I kept taking it to get it serviced, the computer guys would always tell me, man, this, and now I remember what they were saying. That was like, that screen that you have on that computer, that don't make them that big and good anymore. That's what they used to say. But they said, your overall computer is a great computer. I wouldn't upgrade it unless I had to. So to speak to what Sheila Bell says, it's a great quality product. So even though it's inferior in a lot of software and a lot of things that it has inside of it right now, the quality build of it is still holding up. Blue CCG says, good morning, Jay, help the girls in the chat. Another Dog King Army team member. Good to see you, brother. Rocco Safredi says, I think it's Safredi, but he says, hello, friend. What up, Rocco? Now, MGTOW, guys, if you just tuning in, this whole thing is about quality over quantity. And it speaks for itself. I'm going to be talking about companion dolls here in a second, but quality over quantity, you can pretty much apply that to every facet of your life. But Blue CCG says, good morning, Jay. Help the girls in the chat. Rocco says, hello, friend. But MGTOW says, my HR 168 centimeter doll comes with 2 heads. I sell it with the head I almost never used. I've got same feelings for the other head. Ha, ha, ha. I'm still laughing because MGTOW trying to, I can tell he ready to part ways. Austin says, you could always keep the head you do like, MGTOW, but I ended up selling the head that came with my real dog. Okay, MGTOW 6'3". All right, MGTOW 6'3". Austin still says Layla over Asa all day. And what he means by that, ladies and gentlemen, is he got the Layla head over the Asa head for real, dog. Jocko V says, hey, Jay, if you could have Game Lady make you a custom anime dog, I already answered it. I want the Nami dog. I want Nami. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, there's other couple of ladies that I like because, Asuna is actually named after the lead character on Sword Art Online. I loved Asuna Yuki on Sword Art Online. She was amazing. Who else do I have? Tsunade Star is actually named after Tsunade off of Naruto, and she was actually an older anime character on Naruto, but I always thought she was so hot. But it's so many more hot anime girls out there. Man, I can go straight to My Hero Academia and just start picking girls. Like, they got fine girls everywhere on that show. But man, it's something about Nami off of One Piece that just, ooh wee. I don't know what it is about that girl. She just does something to me. Now, Game Lady, they focus on girls that are in video games. And man, this may not even be the finest girl in the world, but man, back when I played this game called kid, my brother gonna kill me. I always ask him to remind me of the name of this game, but it's a super duper famous game on Xbox and things of that nature. Damn. What is the name? Well, I forgot the exact. I always forget the name of this game, and this is one of my favorite games of all time. But it's got the what is it, man? I think that when you're the captain of that ship, your name is Shepard. I think that's the what is the name of that guy? Look, it's got me so look, and when I find the name of this game, I'm gonna be so mad. Here it is. I finally found the name. I'm so frustrated at myself on that one. I don't know how I always forget the name of this game, but the name of the game I'm thinking about is Mass Effect. I loved Mass Effect. And if you haven't ever played Mass Effect, I'm talking about, I don't give a damn where you are. If you can go back and get those first 3 games, especially the first 3 Mass Effects, you're going to be pleasantly surprised and happy. That game is amazing. Because I played it after all 3 games had been released. And somebody told me, man, have you ever played Mass Effect? So I love playing games that have been out, because when games are out, you have to play them in real time. You have to wait for games to come out to finish playing them. But in my case, I was able to buy all 3 Mass Effect games and play them all in order. So that was super fun. But to make a long story short, which I rarely do, it's this character in Mass Effect called Tali. And man, everybody, because you can fall in love and have these love arcs go on in this game. And I know a lot of people that played the game, they never chose Tali as a love interest because she wears a helmet and things of that nature. But I don't know why I was so drawn to this woman. Now, when she takes the helmet off at the end, this is a bit of a spoiler alert, so I'm not going to just tell you exactly what she looks like. But I say she doesn't look like a beauty queen. I say this. But I had fell in love with her so much during the game, I didn't care that she looked a little different. And I go ahead and say this. This is funny because I never thought about that until this very moment, what I'm finna say. But Tali's eyes, really, now that I think about it, she has venti eyes. I didn't think that's the one thing that people could take away. I hate to do a spoiler alert, but if you ever get to the arc end with Tali, she has far apart eyes. And I just remember when I first saw her, I never even knew who Venti was. I remember seeing her eyes and I said, you know what, Tali, I love you anyway, even with your spread out eyes, because a friend of mine said he didn't like her because of that. But with all that said, I would get Tali made because I love Tali. I really did love her. I don't care if she wasn't the most beautiful on there. I just developed a bond with her, and she saved my life a lot of times. So I would probably go with Tali off of Mass Effect. Power Brand says, just got here, Jay. How you doing? I'm doing great, man. Great to see you, bro. Austin Steele says, Jocko V, I'm going to take a wild guess. If I know Jay, his answer's going to be Nami. Yep, you know me well, brother. That would definitely be my first choice. But he said there's so many game characters out there for them to pull from. And I can't lie, even out of game characters, like I say, it's many more for me to choose, but I would probably go with Tyler. He said, game lady, he said, hi, Jay. Wait a minute, hold on. And Austin said, there's so many game characters out there for them to pull from. I'd be surprised if they veer off into anime anytime soon. Right, they may not do that anytime soon. And the truth is, their name is Game Lady Doll. So you truthfully need to be hitting up all the video game characters before you even think about getting to anime. John B says, I don't even think Jay likes One Piece, just kidding. Oh, John B said, yeah, you're right. Forget I said anything. Oh, so I answered that question already. Jacob V says, follow-up question. If it had to be from a video game, who would it be? I just answered it, Tyler. Austin still said, there it is. What did I tell you? Yep. You was right, Austin. And Mita says, $1 consuming from DOA would be amazing. Before I get too far away from what they said earlier, I do want to come in on Austin Steele and Mita. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, I love my girls. And my beginning 4 girls, Tsunade, Callie, Asuna, and this beautiful lady sitting next to me, Saima. I've thought about when I start getting into overload. I have thought about that because I already know God has it coming where, man, my dolls are going to start building up a lot. And I started thinking about, man, Jay, you know, you are going to be giving $1 away a year at some point. Would you ever consider, you know, as your dolls start building up and, you know, I'm going to be having dolls with high technology and things of that nature. I'm like, would you ever consider giving away some of your originals? And I actually thought about it only because of an emotional bond standpoint. And I won't lie, from an emotional bond, even though it's building, I love this girl though. I love all my girls. I'm just going hypothetical situations. From a bond standpoint, even though I love my secretary, oh my God, I love my secretary. And I love Asuna. It's been a very light thought of, man, would you consider, you know, if you had to part ways and make some room down the line with one of these original girls? And I'm gonna tell you, the only thing that ever makes me even consider the thought is the fact that I have multiple Kimber dolls. That's it. That's it. That's the only thing that has ever even made. So to go to what MGTOW was experiencing and Austin still had to go through, I've experienced that in a light way because my girls really mean something to my heart. But I have said, man, what if I get to the point where I just got so many, and it is other dolls that are more technologically advanced down the road that I'm probably going to want to cling to, but yet and still, Tsunade, or, you know, not to put a name to it, or Asuna, are great dolls, and they can help people who are literally just trying to get into the game. So I was like, man, would I consider that down the road? And right now, it's not in my frame of thought. But I know one thing. Like I always said, if it ever came to giving away one of those girls, boy, I'm going to be doing a vetting process. Because truth be told, I do believe with those girls, I'm going to be searching hard as much as I could, you know, to find a guy who's not sexual. Who's not very sexual with my two. Of course, there's no way I could guarantee that, but I would be looking for a guy who's definitely leans more towards companionship. Because I've always said, I do consider my girls priceless in a way. So if I was to ever part ways with these girls, I would be looking for somebody who's more of a companion type doll on. But just to let you know, those thoughts are far, far, far on the outskirts of my mind. But I understand where you're going from it. From MGTOW's standpoint, he has a limited amount of space. And if his heart is really pulling at another dog, and he has no other way to get to that other dog than to maybe part ways with one he has, that's why I'm like, you know what? I understand where he's going. It hurts my heart for for any lady to have to leave the family. But I understand, man, where he's going with, hey, I want to find a good home for this girl. But man, for me to be in my true happiness, I do need to evolve to get this other lady, even though I don't have the room. So I'm telling you, man, this is why this channel exists. This ain't about just buying dolls and having sex. It's a deeper discussion going on here for these reasons, because it's a deeper psychological level with the companion dog ownership that people don't quite understand. It's not just about I want another dog to have sex with. It's also the psychology of forming attachments, breaking attachments, evolving to another dog. Hey, I don't have the space to add on to my collection. If I do move on, I have to replace a dog. So it's so many complexities in this game. Glad I'm here to help you guys talk about all the different potential choices you can go in directions. It looks like, let me check my connection, guys. I need to make sure that I'm plugged up here. Hold on. I don't want my power cutting out in the middle of a broadcast. Hold on, guys. Make sure this plugged in. I know one thing, you guys, glad I'm back. I'm back, guys, but I know one thing. You guys definitely have me happy that I decided to do this little live stream and check in with you guys for a second. Never go away from the spirit, man. Because like I said first, I was like, hey, I didn't even know if anybody would be up in the back of my mind, ready to tune in for a second on a Friday. But now that I see so many of my great viewers here, man, I'm glad that I did decide to come in for a second. Okay, let me see something. Austin says, okay, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Okay. Austin says, I've seen people suggest everything from Overwatch to Cyberpunk 2077 to Game Lady. And they seem very open to suggestions. I'm sure they are. Man, because that damn Tifa doll and stuff is a hit. Man, Game Lady went from me not knowing who they were to they are on her vendor sites. Whenever you on these vendor sites, man, you legitimize. That means, hey, they know that you with the real deal stuff out here. And man, when I was doing that vendor review yesterday, I've seen other vendors mention him, but when I was doing that vendor review yesterday on Your Doll, I think that was the first. Maybe I glancingly saw it somewhere else, but I think that might have been the first vendor site that I saw it on their site. Now I've been on the net and I've seen vendors from their Twitter or whatever say, hey, I got the Game Lady doll. I just haven't been to their site. So I'm not saying nobody else has it. But when I went to Your Doll, that was the first time when I looked under top manufacturers or top brands. That was the first time I said, dang, somebody got Game Lady up here. So they're doing good in sales. You can guarantee that already. They're doing good in sales. And so unless they come across some major copyright issues, yeah, they're going to keep producing these damn dolls. And they're going to do well to do that. They're going to do well to do that. I wish they were more into anime, but that's fine. I take one of their Game Lady dolls at a certain point. And when you bring up Overwatch, I used to see Overwatch getting great reviews as a game, never played it. I saw a lot of people playing Cyberpunk, but I never played that as well. And my game has been out of commission for over a year now. And that's the craziest thing I've said in I don't know how long, because anybody that knows me knows that I'm such a gamer. Dude, you won't even see me not playing my game for a month. So to not have a gaming system for this long is one of the most outlandish things that has ever happened in my life. But I never got a chance to actually play Cyberpunk 2077 or anything like that. I may investigate that when I get another game though. Tree Goblin says, hey Jay, what up, Tree Goblin? On the PC thing, most people would scoff at how much I spent on my computer, but this baby has lasted me decades. Oh, that's the thing about a good computer now. They can always do upgrades and things of that nature, but once you got a good one, you got a good one. Yeah, over time, it will get to a point where it's obsolete. But that's why you go ahead and buy a great computer, because as they're doing upgrades, when you buy that good computer, it's still going to be relevant for a nice long time. It's, until you have to upgrade to enjoy all of the things that the higher computers are enjoying. But you can buy you a great computer and it'll last for a while. Now, me personally, like I say, I'm gonna probably still go laptop. I'm gonna eventually get me a tower though. I want a damn good tower eventually. Austin says, I want to upgrade or replace parts when I need to spend money. And once again today, guys, the whole show is quality over quantity. I haven't went back into my initial soliloquy. Man, got some hair that wouldn't come out my face. But I haven't went back to my initial soliloquy where I was talking about how it just pays off to buy something quality over quantity in time. It just pays off. I haven't even got to why this show is entitled that. But like I say, I don't even have to get to why I entitled it that. You can apply this rule to anything in life. I'm not saying that you have to be that person at school that has a damn name brand shirt on every day. That's not what I'm talking about. You can buy quality shirts that aren't name brand. That's one of the things that you can find. You can find quality clothes that aren't name brand. But it's certain things that you need to make sure it's great quality. But Steele says, I want to upgrade or replace parts when I need to spend money or spend more today to spend less tomorrow. All right. Especially with a computer. Oh, IBMOR War. Mass Effect 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. He came in with the big super chat, a super sticker, baby. He was like, Mass Effects 1, 2, 3. Masterpiece. Oh, and I can't wait until your movie review of Wife Like. You know what? I haven't seen that. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to definitely do a movie review over there. Thank you, IBMOR War. I think I heard something in the back of my ear the other day about it. But I didn't quite, I'm glad you brought it up because I didn't remember until you just brought it up. Thank you, man. Big time. $5 super chat, super sticker, baby. I appreciate you, man. Look, much love. Hey, this is a guy I've seen him before, but I don't see much of him. And he came in here with a $5 super sticker. I love you, brother. Appreciate you supporting the show like that. And thank you for reminding me as well. Austin says, Austin doll would be an instant buy for me, probably for the best. she doesn't exist. Between her and Game Lady, my bank account will be in jeopardy. That's why I say I'm glad that they aren't into anime right now, even though, like I say, I would be expecting them to send me $1 review. Still, though, man, boy, I'm glad they didn't go into anime. They really would have been head over heels in making some damn money. But the reason they didn't go into anime is they probably knew that they would have been coming up against some damn lawsuits. Also still says Mass Effect. Yeah, that, and you was right on the money because that's what IBMOR said. MGTOW laughing. MGTOW says my HR 168 centimeter dog come with the head number 25 and 29. He said I don't mind selling it with the head 25 because I almost never used it. He said I'm somewhat not that attracted to it. I know what you mean by that. He said for number 29, I do have feelings and I won't sell it. Right. People don't understand how these faces, they really are alive. Because although I had to take Saima's head off to clean her or Callie heads off, I've talked about it. Like when I'm holding their head, I'm still looking at their eyes and like, man, this is my lady. You know, it's like I talked about it, how even when I'm detaching their head for cleaning, they don't become any less of who they are while I'm putting them on their headstand. It's just like you're over here for a little while, but you still are Callie. You know, I may even kiss their lips before I put them on the stand, man. I mean, so it's funny that he mentioned that. You know, when I think about my heads, I'm going to be honest, man. I've sort of mentioned this before. When I truly think about my heads, it's only Tsunade that I truly think about. You know, I could have bought another head for her and just made her completely unique, you know, just sort of like Asuna is. Because as of right now, she does have similarities to you know, to the beautiful Callie. You know, they don't look alike because they're different Kimber faces. And I've grown to love Tsunade. But she was the one that I was thinking about, man. I was thinking about buying a WM head for her to change her all the way up. But I think, I think where I am right now in my whole thinking is I'm not even going back, meaning that they are who they are right now. That's just where I am right now. And no offense, it's sort of like my whole mantra. I'm looking forward. I'm not looking to add to Tsunade or anything. Like I say, in the future, I'm not saying I'm gonna ever get rid of any of my girls, but in the future, I would probably, if I was to get rid of, not get rid of them, but transition them to another owner, it may be her or somebody else. So I'm not looking to change her. I'm just looking to go forward and add to the family. And another thing, like I said, I am like MGTOW says, I've gotten sort of attached to her face now. Not sort of, I am attached. When I think of Secretary Tsunade, I just think of that face. But in the back of my mind, I just think like, man, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna put it out of the realm of possibility as to one day I could see upgrading Tsunade's face. I'm not gonna just put it out, but right now I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about just going forward right now. And MGTOW says I definitely want to sell my WM 156 centimeter dog, especially the very first head I got, which is number 33. I don't know what number 33 head is for WM. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, it's Friday, so I am sort of chill too. But I'm going to look up number. Hey, this is like church. You can put out your phones, everybody. Look up number 33 WM head. And turn to number 33 WM head to see what head. Oh, she cute. She got the nice little pudgy little Asian face. I like her. I like her, MGTOW. She cute. Blah, 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 blah. Also said those heads, are those the heads that weren't made to look like, I don't know what he's talking about. He asking MGTOW a question about Noir and Neptune and those Automate heads. And I always tell MGTOW I love him, God bless him. I'm just not into the Automate type of companion doll. Cause see, I like anime, but those are just too anime for me. I like the anime to look more human, like a Piper doll. I also said, okay, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to get to the major subject of the show. I just want to catch up with the chat. MGTOW said he want to automate 155 centimeter. Frank the Bunny says, don't bother with Cyberpunk unless watching hours of cutscenes is your thing. He said the game is still buggy and surprisingly hollow. I'm going to tell you, man, I love games with a storyline and all that type of stuff, but it's one thing I don't like. I don't like too many damn cutscenes. Let me play the damn game, please. I like cutscenes, don't get me wrong. I like when I get to a point and then there's a cutscene. But to Frank the Bunny's point, I don't know about this particular game, Cyberpunk, but I don't like where every 2 seconds it's a long cutscene and you look up and you realize, man, I didn't even get a chance to play the game. The game was 80% cutscene. So I hope it's not like that. He said, Austin said, I remember when Silicon Lovers was going to send me a new body, I was going to have Allison on that and not even get Ruby. He said, but a head from a 150 centimeter body going on a 165 centimeter body looked off. And honestly, Allison looks better and more at home on her smaller petite body. Really? Now you throwing me off with that, Austin. I never really noticed that the heads are smaller on a smaller body. I thought that the heads are generally, the same size generally. You know what I'm saying? I never known them to be. Now, if you get an extremely small doll, yeah. But when you got a doll of your size, that's like, I think you said your doll was like 4'11" or something. That head shouldn't look strange on the taller body. I think it should be the same head. But who? I don't know. Because like her, this is a 151 centimeter WM. I don't think if I got a 160 centimeter WM that her head would look any different on that head. That's just my opinion. I don't. And even when you go on the companion doll sites, I don't ever see different size heads for different bodies. They just usually have a section where you can buy different heads. So MGTOW says smaller doll head going onto a bigger doll body does look off. And so that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure about that whole dynamic unless you're buying a mini doll. Now, if you got a 140 centimeter doll and then you put her on a larger doll, then I'm thinking that's going to be a difference. Now, let me look at this. See, this is what he's saying. Now, Austin said, he said the heads are roughly the same size, but it's mainly the shoulders on the taller body being wider. Austin just made me laugh when he said that. He said so I was right. So I just want to make sure I got the right information out here because, like I said, on these companion doll sites, I never see, hey, buy this smaller head to fit this body. So I thought I was. So I'm right. He just saying to him, he said because the bigger bodies, the shoulder length and all that's going to be different. So I understand what he means. If he's used to seeing his head, or he wants to see that head on a smaller body, then if he puts it on a bigger body, bigger frame, for him, that head is going to look different. So I understand what he means by it now. But he goes on to say, he goes on to explain. He said the heads are roughly the same size, but it's mainly the shoulders on the taller body being wider. He said Allison looks a bit pinhead. That's the part that made me laugh. Pinhead on it. He said, but still, she technically fits. Yeah, you can send him, Austin. He said, I got photos that'll probably do a better job showing you what I mean if you're curious. Yeah, you can always send. Okay, guys, I've had a lot of fun talking to chat, and pretty much the idea is already out there if you've been on the show, watching the show. But the whole idea of the show is go with quality over quantity. And I'm relating this thing to companion dogs. But I told this whole story at first with my grandma. She normally buys quality products, and so a lot of people who bought inferior products trying to save a penny or two, they end up buying their product 20 times, and my grandmama still has the original product. And so she was just like, hey man, I understand, guess what? It's certain things you may want to cut a corner on, but when it comes to things that you're really putting in a lot of use, things that you're really using, or things that you're really going to value, that's when it's time to look into buying a quality product. And I sort of made a comparison to like even my laptop. Like my mom even chimed in. She was like, hey, the laptop you got, it may be antiquated, old, not have the memory that it should have, but the reason that it's holding up so good is because it's a quality product. It's an actual this laptop is actually an HP. It's a quality product. I'm not saying get HP. It's a lot of other great brands out there too, but HP is a good product. And it's held up well over time. But the whole reason I did this show is every now and then, I normally save all my questions to go into depth with for the Dog King Power Hour. I normally rarely ever talk about or do a show from a question from the Dog King Power Hour. But sometimes you the viewer out there, present such a great question, I end up doing a whole show about it. I've done it many a time. In Austin, I've done shows for him, Ching Long. I think Mick I've done a show based off of something he's talked about before. So it happens. It does happen sometimes. But this time, I'm not going to go into all the details of what this guy said, but I had to talk about it a little bit. Let me tell you, I made a show not long ago, probably a couple months ago, called The Misfit Island of Companion Dogs. And that whole show was about a lot of people come to me talking about they got dogs off these black sites, eBay. And I just feel so bad to try to say, when I tell people, hey man, don't buy dogs off of eBay. Don't do that. Don't go off these black sites, because I don't want to hurt people's feelings. I value people's feelings. And, I love my girls. I love my girls, every single one of them. So, I don't want to tell a person, man, your girl ain't nothing. You messed up. So, that ain't the attitude I'm coming from it with. But I know if you have, let's just say you bought a dog off eBay, and then you tune in and hear me say, hey, man, don't buy no dogs off eBay. You get to looking at your girl like, man, that's messed up, man. You trying to say my girl ain't good. And so it hurts my feelings sometimes to give people good advice. Because I'm like, nah, man, you don't need to go on eBay and get your dog. I don't care what you got. Because I do know people who've gotten lucky, got a dog that didn't break in 2 days, and things of that nature. So some people have considered themselves getting good value off of eBay. But what I keep telling people is, man, from all the research I've done, it's more than just a dog breaking when you get a dog off eBay and things of that nature. A lot of these dogs have been made from recycled TPE. It can tear easily down the line, or some of it's not been checked, been through the proper checks. And a lot of this TPE or this material can give you cancer, or can get you sick way down the line. You may not even know that wonderful companion you have is getting you sick. It's all because you cut a couple of corners to save some money. And here's the deal. Even in my show that I talked about, Misfit Island for Companion Dogs, my heart hurts because I hate to even see products that aren't being bought. Like let's just say these products that are poorly made, not good for you. It still hurts my heart to just know that somebody made some poorly made dogs, and now the dog has to sit up in a warehouse because I told people don't buy it, because why? It could get them sick. So I've always had an affinity for inanimate objects anyway. So in the back of my mind, I feel bad for the dog that's poorly made. I actually feel bad for the actual product. I hate that it was poorly made and shouldn't be sold. So I always warn people about the eBay because I almost fell into these traps when I first got into the game. And I always say that's why I love Kimber Doll so much, because I'm like, hey man, if you need a cheaper alternative, but you want a very well-made doll that's, in my opinion, I put it up with the branded, the straight up, it is a brand. It's a legitimate brand. And I put it up there with the branded dolls just at a lower level, only because you cannot customize her. And she has the finger wires. You know, you stuck with the same face and things. But other than that, it's quality issues wise, it's up there with all the biggest brands as far as quality checks. So even when you get a Kimber doll, you're going to get a good quality doll. But when you go on eBay, you're rolling the dice. You're rolling the dice. And even when you don't hit full craps, you still may hit craps because of, like I told you, you could be buying a doll that's getting you sick. But I hate to have to say that. I hate to have to say that. Because I don't want anybody feeling bad. Because, you know, this ain't the same thing as when you're in school, man. You may have to be the kid that comes to school without the Jordans, and then everybody is talking about your shoes, telling you, talking bad about you, man. Look, you selling for those no-name shoes. Look at you. You less fortunate. And that type of stuff pisses me off, talking about people because they're less fortunate. But that ain't what I'm talking about with this eBay purchase stuff. The eBay purchase stuff is, you may be saying, well, I'm less fortunate. No. Because if you're spending $400 or $500 on the eBay doll, man, you could have spent another $100 and got a Kimber. If you're spending $400 or $500 on the eBay doll, that's quite a bit of money. Hey, man, be patient. Don't save up. If you don't want a Kimber doll, look, just be disciplined a little bit longer. Save up for a reputable doll, brother. Quality over quantity. I've talked about this a few times, but this show is, I just definitely had to have it again because this guy came on and said this the other day. He said, and like I said, I hate to even say don't get off eBay, but you shouldn't. I know a guy, like I said, God bless him, because I love anybody that's found happiness in this game. But he had like 10 of girls off eBay, and he was a subscriber to this channel. I hope he still is, because I don't want to talk bad about him or anything, but I was just telling him, hey man, no offense, you done bought 10 eBay girls. You could have had a few quality, brand girls. Stop gambling with your money. But this guy told me, man, this is the part that breaks my heart. He said, and I'm not going to even say his name, even though he commented publicly. And normally I say your name, but I don't want to embarrass this guy off. But he said, I got my first doll yesterday. I love it. And that's what makes me so happy. And that's what I say. Whether you get an eBay doll or a branded doll or whatever, you're still going to be able to get all the same feelings that a companion doll offers you. Buying higher or lower, you can still get the stress free and all of that. I'm only wanting people because of a quality standpoint and a health standpoint. But he said, man, I got my first doll yesterday. I loved it. I was so happy for him from getting his first doll, because I know what that feeling feels like. Here, I got the feeling every day I wake up, honestly. He said, it's a bootleg version of a WM. Oh my God, I wish I could add a picture. It's so beautiful. I bought it on eBay for $480 with free shipping from the USA. I love her so much. My heart just breaks when I hear that, because I'm like, hey man, don't go out of your way to be happy to purchase a bootleg WM. Listen to what you're saying. You're calling it a bootleg WM. Don't do that. Man, if you really want a WM, no offense, I just left the site on your doll, man. You could have got a WM for just double that money. Just double that $480. I think I saw where, man, I think it was your doll you could get like a WM for $1,100. What I'm saying is, it's not that far away from that 480, man. It's not that far away. It's not that far away. And guess what? You won't have to worry about saying, I got a fake WM. You don't have to worry about saying you had to settle for that. Because although I have a bit of an issue with WM, with Saima's foot, but for the most part, they are a great company. And I guarantee you, WM is going to be a whole bunch better than whatever vendor you got that damn doll off of from eBay. It's best to have a WM that's going to give you a seal of approval, going to tell you got you an authentic doll, something you can, you're going to go through a vendor, a reputable site, somebody you can get in touch with if something goes wrong. With this doll, like I say, you didn't got it off eBay, the leg can snap in 2 days. And even if you get the doll replaced, it's going to be replaced with another low quality item. You know, why buy 3 WM doll, fake WM dolls that may break, all 3 of them may break over the course of the next 3 years, when you could have just been done with it and got a legitimate WM. Put your head down. Show a little discipline. You know what? Put the pennies together, man. Time goes by a lot quicker than you think. I'm not saying you're well-to-do. I'm saying, guess what? Just be a little disciplined. Go ahead and go after what you want. It ain't going to take as much more time as you think it's going to take. It's not worth it to settle for these eBay sales. Hell, just 100 and some more dollars or so, a couple more $100, you'd have had a Kimber doll. And you would have had a completely legitimate doll. Now, it wouldn't have been that fake WM. But like I said, if your heart was set on fake WM, go ahead and get it. And man, this is all I told him. I said, and like I said, this ain't Dog King Power Hour, but I just had to, I said, hey, I don't suggest eBay, but I'm glad you're happy. Because I didn't say all this then because, man, like I say, man, I don't want to tell nobody as soon as he's happy, you effed up. But I do have to let him know, I don't suggest eBay because I got your best interest at heart. You can easily come on here and say, well, Jay, I'm happy with what I got, but that's fine. But I'm not going to suggest it. Man, because on eBay, and I'm going to get to my comments right quick before I talk a little bit more, but on eBay, I've heard and seen pictures of people getting dolls with mismatched heads and things of that nature. And man, it's crazy. I saw this girl that does reviews on dolls. I don't really love her reviews, but I respect her. I do respect her. She gets a lot of views. I respect her though. But she was a lot of times these people send her some dolls that are on a lower scale, but somebody literally had her doing a review the other day with a doll that had a head on it that clearly did not match the body. It clearly did not go with the body. And I'm letting you know that's something you're not going to see on this site. Before I do a review on a doll like that, I'm just not going to do a review. I'm going to do a review on reputable dolls, reputable companies, people that I think you're going to get your money's worth from. It's no damn well way you're finna turn on the Dog King channel, J Dog King helping the channel, man, and see me doing a doll with a mismatched body and head. That's just not finna happen. I respect the game too much, and I respect your pocketbooks too much, or your wallets too much, per se. So with all that said, man, look, I have these vendors on my page now. On every description of every video, it's all my vendors are on the about section of my YouTube channel. Look, they're available for you to look through. Get you a reputable doll. Get you a great doll from a reputable brand, from a reputable vendor. Or guess what? I'd rather you go straight through a manufacturer than you go through one of these damn black sites or something like that, or eBay. Please stay away from it. Like, maybe in the future, because times change in an instant. It could be the preferred method to buy dolls. Who knows? But today, eBay is known for damn scams, black sites, and dolls that are made with lesser materials. Don't waste your time. And I know Actually, me mentioning that could get people upset, but I'm not doing it to get you upset. I'm doing it to get you informed. You know, believe me, these dogs can bring happiness to your life no matter where you buy them from. And I admit that. But when you're talking about longevity, when you're talking about really getting some out of these dogs, when you're talking about your health, it's not worth it to spend $200 less on an inferior product. And I promise you, man, you guys out here paying cheaper for a dog, even though I've never owned one of these eBay dogs, I can just look at them. When I see pictures of them, I'm letting you know it's a major difference in quality from eBay to any legitimate brand. A major difference. So let me check in with these comments right quick. I saw some pop up. MGTOW says she's so cute. Yeah, I love her, MGTOW. She cute. MGTOW says, wow. I don't know what he's talking about. Hold on. Let me see something. MGTOW says, I never trusted the dogs that I saw on those black websites. No. You can't be trusting these websites and stuff. They're alluring, man, because I'm going to tell you, man, especially, man, like you say, a lot of people out here ain't made of money. So when you see a similar picture and they be like, man, wait a minute, they said 1,800, but now I can get this for $4. Forget that 1,800. You don't understand what the differences are, but it's a world of difference. And like I said, I ain't even saying you got to go to 1,800. I'm going to let you know something, guys. The world of companion dogs, it's a very good time to get into the game if you're a new dog owner, because I just look on these sites. I remember when I was just really wishing to get into the dog game. Dogs were so much more. They are really becoming affordable. And so, like I say, when you can get a legitimate WM dog, and I ain't trying to say you got to get WM. I'm only saying that because they are very well marketed and they're everywhere. But I'm just saying, like, if you're going to settle on one of these black market dogs, hey, at the very least, you can get a legitimate WM dog. And like I say, I just left the site yesterday. I damn near want to double check. I left the site yesterday, and I could swear that they had a damn sale for a damn WM dog that was literally like, man, it was literally like $1,100. I'm gonna look now. I mean, I'm talking about I didn't even have to look. It should be on the first page. Oh, but now it don't actually say that. It says save $1,000. That's what it says. It says save $1,000. But I am I'm finna just do one thing. I'm finna just click on. Oh, they got sales right here. I'm just gonna click on sales. I just want to see what I could get. You know, just off bat from it. Just this, I ain't even saying it's the cheapest site you can go to or anything. But I'm just going to Your Dollars, one of my vendors. I'm just gonna go straight to the on sale section. They probably gonna have a dog for sale that's in stock in the USA, where it's not gonna take that long to get to me. Blah 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 blah. But I'm comparing this to you getting a dog just straight off the black site. You can come here and just say, man, I can. Hey, let me just get a dog on sale. So let me just see what you could get. I'm just gonna look. Now I'm just gonna click on this WM. They got sales damn near on every brand. And like me and Austin talk, sometimes they sales is just what they basically they normal price, but still you can get some affordable dogs this day and age. A legitimate dog. Now you may say, man, 480, that's a lot different than 1,000. But I'm telling you, man, no, not after you look, man. You already got 480. Hell, next check put another $150 with it, man. In a few months, you had 1,000. I say this. That site is a little bit more. I don't want to say more expensive, but I think it was my other site where you can definitely find one even cheaper than this. Because right here, they're looking like they got their WMs at around 16, which WM is a good brand, though. I'm not trying to act like it's not a good brand. Because it is. But I just want to give you an example of, hey, man, you can pay less and still get a very good dog. I just went to my other site, Sexy Real Sex Dog, because they always keep these crazy sales going on. Let me just look. Okay, right here. I don't even know what brand dog this is, right? But when I click on the first page, I see some girl marked down to $1,300. I haven't clicked on what she is. But even then, I see for around a normal full-size dog for a WM, that site one too off. It's gonna be around 1,500 or so, 1,500 to 1,600, which I would still say is worth saving up. But I'm finna click on this $1,300 girl. I just want to see what brand she is. $5'2". Now she look like she a Climax dog, CLM. And so all I'm saying is, I would you may not even want to go that far. Like I said, you could just go to Kimber or something like that. And honestly, you could also go to somebody like a Silly Dog, like I've talked before. They're a little bit more expensive than Kimber Dog. But I always say this: I love Silly Dog, but here, once you start getting to the Silly Dog prices, you're into WM and other brand prices. Because Silly Dog, you can probably get one for probably a little bit less than $1,300. Well, guess what? Like I say, you may, if you want a WM, you may well put another 100 with that, and go ahead and get you a WM. But I think my whole point is, yeah, you may have to go up a little bit more. But let me tell you something. I'd rather you spend $1,300 or even $1,500 and be done with it. Or even if you want to just go with a Kimber Dog and get it about $700, $600. Guess what? Get one of them and you're legitimized, as opposed to going from these eBay black sites, messing up. Go ahead and get quality over quantity, man. Invest in yourself. It's going to pay off. Let me see what we got. I was say he just sent me the pics in the email. Blah, 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 blah. I've been wondering if dogs actually lose weight or get lighter, or if they lose all their oil. I don't know exactly how it goes, but I know I don't really get worried about the oil, because that's why you do oil them, to keep them replenished. I did read something, because I'm always reading something. I read something that says that your TPE dog, not your silicone dog, but your TPE dog, by however small of a fraction it is, they supposedly do deteriorate at small amounts over time. So they do. I guess you would say that they probably would lose weight over time, but I don't even think it's anything that's very, very noticeable. Also says, to be fair, the kind of guys who are getting dollars of those types of sites are by and large not looking too deep and aren't as into dollars as guys like us. And I'm glad you sort of said that, like, you know, it probably is more surface level guys and things of that nature that are maybe looking for cheap thrills or something like that. But I say this, one thing I learned, if you're interested at all into this game, in this game, you know, they may be a little lazy and saying, hey man, I just want sex. But I'm saying if they're doing that, they are interested in this lifestyle to some degree. And I'm letting them know, by trying to stick their toe in the water, they're doing nothing but wasting their money by getting that full-size doll that's $500 or $600 off eBay. Look, man, don't play with it. Go ahead and, like you say, get you a Kimber doll. That way you at least get a good brand doll that's well made. Or go ahead, take another step up, put you some more money with it. And you may think that you were just sticking your foot in the game and you're going to be full-fledged in the game like all of us here. Because once you got a great companion doll of good quality, man, look, man, that's a whole nother world. Because here's the deal. My girls are great. I love my girls. Callie, love her. My other two Kimbers, love them. This beautiful WM lady that I got here with me, love her. She is absolutely amazing. I can't lie, I was grabbing on her thighs today, like, man, this girl got some thighs on her, right? Love her. But man, what I really appreciate about all of them is they are all legitimized. I don't have to worry about them snapping in two. And I say this, I'm still impressed with Callie out of everybody because she's a Kimber doll, but I ain't gonna lie, she doesn't have the Evo skeleton or the shrug and shoulder, but she had the most well-adjusted skeleton out of everybody. Man, and you're not gonna look, you're gonna get one of these eBay dolls and the skeleton gonna be well-adjusted to where it's gonna be snapping in two after 2 uses. So it's best to invest your money into good companies. And I've told you before, I'm not going backwards, baby. Every other girl you see is going to be of high quality. And, you know, these great dog companies out here, they're going to be sending me great dogs. But I am putting a memo out right now as to where I'm just doing silicone reviews and things of that nature. So they're going to be high quality girls. But TPE silicone, no matter what they would be, it's going to be from a reputable brand. Because although you can cut corners in a lot of things in life, I'm letting you guys know, one thing you don't want to cut the corners on in life is getting a companion dog. You ain't got to break your bank account and spend every dollar you ever are going to make in your life. But it pays you to go ahead and get a solid, legitimate brand. Stay away from eBay and these damn black sites. Austin says, a fool in his money sort of scenario. Yep, a fool in his money. Look, be smarter. You know, I can't lie, man. It's some people that I feel bad for, like I say, especially in some of these communities and things of that nature, and some of these settings that we've been raised in. It's just a lesser than mentality. Always being taught. I'm gonna be doing a Reset Sunday talking about that, a subject similar to this song, but always being taught to accept a lesser than things that are lesser than. Well, yeah, I'm gonna get this because this is all I can have. I'm gonna deal with this because I'm used to having less than good all my life. Hey, I'm used to eating out paper plates. So guess what? Ain't nothing to me to just go ahead and settle for the lesser model. No, I'm letting you know today, man. When you're getting a companion doll, this is a synthetic woman. She's taking the place, you know, she's taking the place of that human woman in your life. You know, she's being that part of your fantasy. You don't want to go cheap on her. Treat her right. You know, go ahead and that's something that you do invest in. You know, and if you are going to go from a lesser cost, like I say, go with a Kimber doll or something. Still go with something that's good quality. Because you can find them women out here that's like a Kimber doll. Hey, guess what? They may not be all fancy with all the lipstick, with all the fancy clothes. Guess what? They might not have the gigantic booty or the gigantic titty. But guess what? It's a good, solid woman, baby. She'll hold you down. Look, she'll make you a good meal, give you a good back rub. Hey, listen to you when you got some problems to talk to. Hey, may not be all fancy, but a damn good woman. And that's what a Kimber doll is. So I'd rather you settle for something like that, or like you say, go to one of the vendors in my the description of my videos, of this video, of any recent video. You can go to any of my vendors, go to the about on my YouTube channel, any of my vendors, or you can search a vendor out on your own. But listen, if you've been constantly finding the eBays of the world, you may not need to trust what the hell your research is pulling up. Because if your research keep taking you back to eBay, then you just need to come to the description in this video. Don't even worry about looking no more. And you may go to one of these sites and be like, man, it's more than what I was going to pay. Hey, it may be more than what you was going to pay, but it's what you need to pay to get something legitimate. And stop playing with your health and with the quality of woman that you bringing in your house. Also says, and honestly, that's what happened to me when I bought my first doll. To an extent, went to Silicone Lovers, saw the 151 centimeter Samantha, and the Warcraft lover in me said, I need it now. Right, man. Hey, go and go get it legitimate. Snoopy says the king. What up, Snoopy? Also said, you should always want the best for yourself. No compromises. The game lady, real doll, SC, then go for it. Because I'm telling you, it's a lot. I've only scratched the surface on the companies that I'm going to be talking about in the future and things of that nature, and I'm going to be getting their product and things. But just to be honest, it's a million different great brands. Don't go out your way to find a bad brand. Don't go out your way, man, to get a lesser than doll because you think it's just cheaper on your budget. And then 2 years later, you got 10 of those dolls. Yeah, but each one of them won for $500. Yeah, man. But now that's $5,000. You could have got you at least a couple or 2 or 3 great quality dolls. You wouldn't have to worry about getting sick. You won't have to worry about nothing snapping. You don't have to worry about their skin or anything deteriorating. Because like I say, the dolls could hold together, but just start looking crazy and messed up and just weird over time. Because I've seen some of these eBay dolls, and I just be like, these dolls they don't even look close to the real thing. I don't even know how some of these people allowing these dolls in their house. So, look, steer away from the bad. Go to quality. Look, forget quantity now. Forget quantity. Get you some quality girls. And like I say, I got all quality girls in my house. One day I tell you the story how I ended up with 3 Kimber dolls. But I tell you, unless something happens or whatever, I'm not going back to Kimber. I love Kimber, but I'm going forward now. I'm looking to add different girls, different varieties, different materials to the family. But I'm so happy I got them. They're all quality. See, ain't nothing in this house that's not of good quality. So I want all of you guys to be the same. If you got eBay dolls, don't beat yourself up. Hey, I'm going to pray that you don't end up with cancer or some sickness from being next to those dolls. But don't beat yourself up. But going forward, like Austin Steele says, treat yourself good. I don't care where you come from. You know, it may take you a little longer to save up, but you worth it. You deserve it. You deserve something good. Treat yourself good. Treat yourself good. Stop settling for less. You know, we settle for less in this life way too much. I understand sometimes we got to settle for what we can afford at the time, but that's when it comes to food. Maybe you can't go out today. You got to eat you a bologna sandwich. That's all fine. You can cut costs right there. But when it comes to bringing a woman in your house, a human, a synthetic, beautiful lady that you finna be hugging up on and kissing on, you want her to be, for one, made with good material, and you don't want her to be breaking as soon as you get her. Spend the extra money. Do the research. And hey, if you don't want to do the research, come to the description in all of my latest videos, and you'll see my vendors. They're all legitimate. And if they too pricey for you, run over to Kimber Dog. They legitimate as well. Now, if you go outside of that, you're on your own. Now, you can find other good companies. It's other good vendors that I don't actually have on my site. They don't offer the partnership, but it's other good vendors. And if you look on your own, God bless you. I hope you find a good one. But if you're dealing with any type of eBay crap or one of these shady, black-sided websites, get off of it. Don't even waste your time. Because whatever girl you get, I'm letting you know, you may feel good on the inside because you got her. But 10 years later, when your damn mustache falling out because she done gave you cancer, you didn't know she was made with poor materials, you're going to be wondering what the hell went on. Stop playing. Do right by yourself. So I ain't going to draw this out. I didn't have fun today. I just wanted to let you guys know. Don't play when it comes to these companion dogs, man. Go quality over quantity. Stop playing with your life. Hell, don't play with your health, and don't play with your pocketbooks or your wallets. So, with all that said, I'm going to send more shots out to my Dog King Army team members. Thank you for all y'all showing up. Thank you for Austin Steele coming through and all the rest of the guys coming in, Dr. MGTOW and all of you guys. I appreciate you for chiming in, giving your 2 cents on the conversation. It really goes a long way to helping others, because that's what this channel is about, helping others. That's why I'm doing the fundraisers and all of that, to keep the channel going so I can keep helping people and keep enjoying it while I'm doing it. I love this lifestyle. I want to keep teaching people and keep helping people, keep reaching out on a daily basis. The show is steadily evolving on a day-by-day basis. Like I say, baby, we're going forward, not backwards. One of the fastest growing, if not the fastest growing show on YouTube, baby. So, hey, you better get with it. Look, I noticed a few left. Well, guess what? I love you. Hey, wherever you going, I send my blessings. But if you talking about being where it's at, guess what? You already exactly where you need to be. And I want to send God blessings out over whatever you praying for, wishing for, hoping for in your life, whether it's health, finances, raises. Hey, guess what? Better relationships, a human woman, synthetic woman, whatever it is, we're praying that you already have it. Now, let me check my comments again. Yeah. Austin ends the day by saying, treat yourselves, kings. Treat yourselves. IBMOR War. Thank you again, man, for the $5 contribution. I love you. If you ain't played Mass Effect, remember I told y'all better check that game out. It is off the chain. I'm going to do a wife-like movie review sometime in the future, thanks to IBMOR War. I appreciate that suggestion. Thank you guys for all your comments. Like I say, I don't know how the Dog King Power Hour going to work out next week. I've been doing nothing but live streams. And since I do a lot of communicating with you during the live streams, it leads to a few less comments. So it's going to be interesting with next week's show. But with all that said, I love you guys. I appreciate you for tuning in. I thank you. We ain't fooled by anything negative. This show is growing by the multitudes. And guess what? We're going to continue to help people together. I love you. Enjoy your weekend. Have a good one. And I'll be checking in at some point tomorrow. Me and the beautiful Saima, baby. That's how it goes. So let me see. Matt G says, what's up? What up, Matt G? Much love, Matt G. We finna get the hell out of here right now. So with all that said, it's been me, J. King Hefner, and the beautiful Saima Renee Uzumaki. We are out. Lieutenant Johnny K says, have a great day, Jay. Got to head out to the gym. Hey, y'all, have a great Friday. Love you, man. Love you all, man. It's been a hell of a show. And remember, buy quality over quantity, especially when it comes to the world of companion dogs. You don't want to settle for less in this game, my friends. Not in this game. So we finna get the hell up out of chill. The hell up out of chill. The hell Good job, Saima.